Let's quickly turn to the sectors that you have an eye on as far as India is concerned. The IT is just one where AI seems to be having an impact. We are seeing what's happening in the domestic space there. But which sectors, according to you, offer a good opportunity in India at this point of time?
Well, so in my green for Indian portfolio, my various portfolios, I've always basically played India first and foremost as a domestic demand story. And at the end of the day, the economy is domestic demand driven, first and foremost, which is why these tariffs are not as big a deal as they could have been. I mean, for some countries in Asia, 50% tariffs would be a total disaster. So in that sense, I never really had a big exposure to IT services, but I would have to say that IT services, I think the software industry globally has to be a potential risk of disruption from AI. So in my Indian portfolio, I've always had a core position in the banks, but I think with this year, it's made sense to tilt it more to the various financial companies, financing companies, which are basically will be geared to lower rates and any pickup in consumption. Then I also think an ongoing theme is infrastructure plays. Airports would be one example. Then there's the travel. There's a whole overseas travel story and inbound tourism story, which I think continues to remain attractive. I think the whole cement sector is getting interesting because of consolidation. Then there's sectors which I don't have exposure to simply because I can't own everything because I have a concentrated portfolio. But clearly in the long term, the whole hospital healthcare story remains very interesting. And more recently, I think there's been more focus on the defense sector, defense stocks in the last couple of years in India, and I expect that to continue. So there's really a lot of themes one can play in India. This market is no longer just about IT services and banks, which was the main focus for about 20 years. That era is over.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.